and end up having at least 5 to 7 people off and on that would come over and wrestle with us on the trampoline and just have tons of fun. We weren't trying to hurt each other. That was just, if you know the wrestling business, that's not the point, to hurt, your opponent. The point we were having was just to have fun, and goddamn, we had fun. Let me tell you what. Our next big idea was to start recording it. And what we used, which will come into play here later in this story, is something that's kind of old-fashioned. It's actually still used today, but slowly not going to be really used anymore. This is what we used here. These little tiny tapes right there that only held like a half hour on it. So I think we had like 2 of them. No, we just had one. We recorded a half hour, stopped, went inside, dubbed the half hour on this master tape that we had, a regular VHS tape that would hold like 6, 8, 10 hours sometimes. Put that half hour on it, go back out, record over it, record another half hour, put it on a tape again. And we did this for quite a while, up to the point of having about, I think it was about around anywhere from 6 to 8 hours of complete footage of ETW. And I'm not talking about just going out and rolling around on the trampoline. We did promos. We did the cards, interviews, entrances, all that. We did it all on these tapes. And one night, this is the sad part here, I believe. I think I'm ready. I'm to this point. The sad part is that master tape got destroyed. And it's kind of a funny story behind how it got destroyed. But since it was destroyed, it's not too funny. But thinking back on it, not being able to change time, going back and change what we did, it's actually kind of funny. But in this garage that we always hung out in Pizzle's backyard, was a couch. We had a computer in there, stereo. And this is like around, AOL 1.0, 2.0. That's, you know what I mean? So, the computer thing wasn't that big except for playing, entrance music, theme, wave files and shit. Mess around with eFeds on AOL. But, and we just hung out in there almost on a daily, during the day, during the night, whatever. But make it short, sweet, the Pizzle had fallen asleep on the couch in the garage, and everybody else that was there, including the Pizzle, that's why he was passed out, we were pretty messed up, drinking, smoking, doing all kind of stuff you shouldn't do. And we thought it was funny that the Pizzle would not wake up. No matter what we did to him, we're poking him or throw shit at him, he wouldn't wake up. So our dumb asses thought, well, first we were getting a kick out of, we'd take, say, this I don't know, this box and sit it on him. And we sit it on him, on top of him. You know, he's still sitting there sleeping, and we're just laughing our asses off. So another thing gets added to it, and it's more funnier. And the more things we're piling on top of him, the funnier it got. Okay, let's say this is the Pizzle's body right here, this thickness, okay? He's on the couch, right? He's laying down on the couch. We piled so much shit on him, it was probably about up to here, like 4 or 5 feet above him. That's how much shit we piled on top of him. All this stuff. There was even a tire. There was a tire. I'm dead serious. No rim, but just a rubber tire was on top of him. All this just, all kind of crap just thrown on top of him. And it was the most hilarious thing to see all this stuff laying on him, and he would not wake up. The bad thing was that somehow that master tape was inside of that big pile of shit that we laid on top of him. I honestly don't know how it got in there, why it was chosen to be in the pile of shit, but it was. And when the Pizzle did wake up, he was pissed. Pretty damn pissed. So pissed they threw all this shit off of him. I mean, it went flying everywhere. And it wasn't until later, till I was explaining to the Pizzle why we thought it was so hilarious to do this to him, and we're picking through the stuff, and he's so pissed off because all his shit is everywhere, and we're picking through the stuff when we run into the ETW tape. Shit is mashed. It is crushed. Oh my god. Holy shit. You fucking kidding me? All that work? Gone? You may ask yourself, well, why don't you just try to repair it? Oh my god, do you have any idea how bad I wish I had that busted up tape right now? I would repair it. At the time, it was chucked like fuck it. What can you do? So, all that remained of recorded footage of ETW was on one of these tapes. A half hour. The last half hour we recorded. And unfortunately, the last half hour we recorded wasn't some of the best stuff that we've done. Not to say it wasn't good, because it was, but we had some people over that didn't normally come over. Well, actually they did, some of them did. And we just had like kind of a tournament. So within that last half hour that we had recorded of it, there was 2 full matches. First match, a second match, and then I was lucky enough, that those 2 matches didn't go the full half hour. So, a little bit was left from what was recorded previously and then recorded over. Do you get what I'm saying? A little bit was left at the end of what was recorded before those 2 matches. And it was one of the coolest epic things that we did on ETW, because it involved a flaming table. Yeah, it was pretty cool. So, what I am about to show you is not the entire half hour that is left, because that would give away the Pizzle's identity. And I seriously don't feel like putting that whole half hour up on YouTube. Some of it, like the last match, didn't have any commentary because I was in it. I was in that match. luckily, oh my God, it was mostly me, the Pizzle, his little brother, another friend that was in these videos, like maybe 2 other people, and it was like there was barely any footage left of me in that last match. So I made a montage, sort of like a highlight reel of what was left of our half-hour tape, and put it together for you.